きずらした庶民の子。人間が映るからあっちに行ってろ、ちびたぬき。たぬきのたの字は短足のた。短足。いきなり流せ。ごめんなさい。
The thing that I love the most about Spy Family is just the insane amount of things it gets right in every single episode. Now, you might be like, what do you even mean by that, Dom? Like, what do you mean the things it gets right? And what I'm talking about is, like, most of the time in anime, especially specific anime episodes, right? Because that's what we're doing here is I review weekly anime episodes. And a lot of times, a specific episode might go for 1, 2, or 3 things, and it nails one, maybe fumbles the second, kind of gets the third, but typically it doesn't get everything right that it's going for, right? If you look at some of the best anime ever, right? If you look at this year, right? And I think we can all agree, for the most part, there's some naysayers and some negative Nancys out there, but we can all say that, yeah, okay, My Dress Up Darling this year was an absolute masterpiece, but there were a couple of episodes that went for 2 or 3 things, and maybe it didn't quite hit the exact thing we were looking for, but because the other 2 things way outshined it, the episode was still like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 episode, if that kind of makes sense. So far, what I've seen from Spy Family is like everything that it goes for, it completely nails. At the beginning of the video, you guys saw the whole Anya crying scene, right? Well, this specific episode, she is working her whole entire first school day to apologize to Desmond, right? Of course, she has the help of her dad. She has the help of Lloyd, putting these hints to say sorry everywhere. Like, my man, he completely infiltrated the hell out of that school, and he put sorry in the bushes, he put sorry in her textbooks, he put sorry in her amu rice. Like, he was flooding her with, like, just say sorry. Like, if he could have baby shaked her, he would have done it. And this whole first day was spent building her up to say sorry. And all of her failed attempts, right? What they were doing is it kept catching the attention of Desmond. And immediately, she already made such an impression on him. And Desmond said this himself, right? Like, no one has ever done what she did to me. Not even my older brothers have ever laid a hand on me, right? Like, so he's never had this treatment ever in his whole entire life. So then you have this little girl, this little itty-bitty girl come and lay hands on the man. And what did that do? That opened up his heart, right? So he suddenly has feelings that he's never had before because she's so different. She doesn't treat him like this royalty, this object, this, like, impossible person. Instead, she treated him like you would anybody else. You effed up, yo, you got your ass beat. And to him, that goes way further than anything else. And then for her to be spending the whole day giving little looks and stuff because she's trying to find the right moment to say sorry. And when she finally is able to build up the courage, her friend gets pulled away by Lloyd again, gets pulled away. And, with her psychic ability, she's constantly hearing the different thoughts of the 2 assholes, which is his friends around her, calling her like that she looked like a tanuki and stubby little legs and all this and that. And because all those emotions get to her, her apology is that more sympathetic and more genuine because she's like bawling her eyes out to say sorry. And she's like, I just wanted to be your friend. And Desmond's like love meter gets shot through the roof. Like, I mean, it explodes and he can't handle it. So he just runs off and he's like, I will let my pride accept it. And he runs off because he just fell in love, like hardcore. I love that. And what that honestly does too is it sets the scene for as Anya, like, I don't know how long she'll be in school. I don't know how long this is going to go on. I don't know how long the mission will last for. But let's just say this is the building stone of just her school career, right? Let's say this is the building stone for her to spend the next 8 years, 12 years in school. Well, she just started this love relationship at, like, what is she, 5 or 6? It's not kindergarten. It's first grade, second grade, something like that. I don't know. But she's between 5 and 7 years old. I think she's 6, maybe. I don't know. You guys can correct me in the comments. I don't know. But she's between 5 and 7 years old, right? So she's in like first grade or something. So this just started her relationship not only with a best friend in, what's the girl's name? Becky? not only with the girl, the rich girl, but then you have Desmond, who now is absolutely head over heels, right? And now you have like this relationship that can last her whole entire school journey. I think that is absolutely adorable for it to have a romantic subtext in what this anime really is. And I freaking absolutely love that. Then we cut to the other thing it went for, which is Lloyd realizing that he's pretending to be a father, but what he doesn't realize is that he's becoming a father. And he's having all these different fatherly traits. And he wakes up to this fact during a conversation with Yor. And we have been saying it, I think we've all can be in agreement that he's building something that won't easily be taken away later down the line. His relationship with Yor, and especially his relationship with Anya, and this little family that he's building, is all in pretext to the mission, right? It's all for the mission, and it will all continue to be for the mission, and he will continue to drive his actions for the mission, but those actions are driving him to feel certain ways. Will he fall in love with Yor? I think over time. Will he fall in love with being a father? I think almost extremely quickly. And him realizing or seeing Anya's actions reciprocated back to what his actions were, which is like in this episode is he was trying to drive it home. You gotta study, you gotta study, you gotta study. And she was failing at it. So she runs off and he thinks that she's just, in her bed. But really she was using that time to study herself and to really hit the books. And that is going to hit a heartstring in him as well. So I think that fatherly love will continue to grow and kick in to a point to where when it comes time to complete mission or it comes time to let go, he's not going to be able to. And that's kind of the reoccurring theme that I kind of have a feeling of and keep seeing and can only imagine becomes the actual thing once the anime ends up wrapping up. But overall, fantastic episode. Next episode looks like we're going to get more action with Yor's brother. It looks like we're going to get him kind of thrown into the mix there, see what he's all about. And it looks like we'll get probably more antics with Anya at school. Freaking love this episode. It was so good. Love Anya. I love all of them. I think it's just, this anime is just so precious and so good, and it just absolutely nails each episode. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you guys on those thoughts there. Let me know what you thought down in the comments down below, and I'm going to see you guys next Saturday for Spy Family Saturdays. Peace out.